Howdy ho, everybody. It's Carson with Glass House Films, Nicholas Bartholomew Kirby with Glass House Films, and we are here to watch Annihilation, which, very excited for. I mean, written and directed by one of the guys who is really, I didn't realize this until the other day, he's really shaped great sci-fi films of the 21st century. You know, like 28 Days Later, Sunshine, Dread, Ex Machina, hopefully this. And so I'm excited, but at the same time, I know very little about what this movie's deal is. I mean, all I know is some area looks kind of like the Florida Everglades. Looks like it's
looks like some alien terraformed section of Earth.
Yeah, and I mean, if you've ever seen the movie Monsters, kind of like what was happening in Mexico at that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like some kind of terraforming project, but it's like really messing a lot with the ecology as well, which cool. yeah. Show me how it's messing with them trees. But yeah, from you also told me that so I learned it from you that it's based off of a book.
Yeah,
and
trilogy.
A trilogy. Oh, I didn't know a trilogy. I just heard book. And I have heard that it is wildly different than the book. Like maybe like the premise and the characters are the same.
Yeah,
and
that's what I've heard as well.
I can actually appreciate that, because if I wanted the same story as the book, I would just go read the book. So it's kind of nice having one of those.
As long as it's good. You can deviate. Yeah. You can deviate from your source material as long as it's good. And
as long as, you know, the deviations, as long as it becomes enhanced by changing the medium. Like the first two Harry Potter movies were not really helped that much by sticking so close to the book. They're fine. There's no bad Harry Potter movie. But then the third one, when Alfonso Cuarón was like, hey, these are movies, you could really tell the step up in quality with really adapting it to being a movie. But anyway, what also got me is I think a trailer for this movie came out in like early December. Like we've not been sitting on,
September.
September, really?
September.
Oh, okay. I thought it was December for some reason.
Yeah, there's a teaser trailer in September.
Mm-hmm.
I think a full trailer, which was like 30 seconds longer in December.
Okay, but you have to admit, for, you know, Hollywood, for Hollywood marketing, that's remarkably restrained for what appears to be a very rated R sci-fi film.
Is it rated R?
I don't know. I hope it is.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up on the way in.
Yeah, we will.
I hope it is, though, because they kind of show I don't know if it's like the main monster thing.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That thing looks like it'd fuck your day up.
Oh, it looks like it messes some people's day up in the trailer.
It's only a couple girls going in, so I can't imagine it's gonna be like a big gore fest of a movie. It's probably just gonna be
the team looks like it's like 5 people.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Which, again, totally fine. I mean, Ex Machina was incredible, and there were only like 3 characters in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, really looking forward to whatever this movie ends up being.
Yep.
Open mind, open heart. I want to love it. Let's go see it. Woo! Woo!
Can you describe its form?
I liked it. I loved it. I loved this film. Let's get Nick in the frame a little bit more. There we go.
I liked it. I don't think it's the best movie we're going to see this year.
No, but it's going to be in my top 10.
But it's the best movie we've seen so far.
Yeah, without doubt.
Was it better than Arrival?
No.
Better than Ex Machina?
I would put it on par with Ex Machina, to be honest with you. For me personally.
I liked it.
Loved this film.
It was, there were some disjointed bits.
Yes.
I felt like, I think we kind of need to get over like I was saying on the way out, like we gotta get over the non-linear storytelling added nothing to this movie.
I will agree with you there. Yes.
Like, it...
That wasn't a problem, but it didn't add or subtract anything.
Well, I felt like it subtracted because I felt like it just added
confusion.
It just added minutes to the mystery, where it's like, okay. Like, we definitely could have figured out what was going on earlier. And it's like, we pretty much already know what's going on, but it's like, we could have figured it out earlier instead of having everything confirmed in the last 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
But because it jumped around,
yeah.
it just felt like it prolonged it. And there was like a couple story bits that just like didn't even really need to be there.
Yes.
Especially considering, without spoiling anything, how the movie ended, a couple of those story bits like did not need to be there.
I will agree with that.
Mostly the like relationship stuff.
Yeah.
Was like you didn't need that for how everything turned out.
Yes.
I just feel like there could have a couple things could have been cut. But what was there like was pretty good. The fucking bear thing was cool. Like,
oh my god!
Visually, it was like a really cool movie.
That's a scene that will haunt me the rest of this year.
Yeah, that was pretty like
that was perfect to the last detail, to the lack of music playing.
Yeah,
like yes, you nailed one of the things that I like having nailed.
I feel like the best part about that scene. Was that like it led into a like scene that was like the complete opposite. If that makes sense. Where it's like, it goes from like a really like horrifying moment to the next day being like, without sounding sappy, like a really like beautiful moment for a character. It goes from like horror story to like this like Nirvana moment kind of thing where you're like, whoa. That was my favorite part of the movie. That the whole kind of like the climax was still like pretty cool.
Oh, I loved it.
But it wasn't as like I don't know. I wasn't hit as hard by it.
Yeah.
As hard as I felt like they wanted it to hit me, if that makes sense. Like it was still really cool.
I get what you're getting at.
And I understand what everything meant.
Yes.
Like the deeper meaning to the story is not that hard to get, and I think that's why the like some of the excessive jumping around in the timeline kind of got to me. So I was like, this isn't as difficult, and the twist is not as big as like Arrival.
I wouldn't even call it
not a twist. Okay, I guess twist was wrong.
The progression of the film, and but
finding out like the mystery. One of the mysteries is revealed, you know?
Yeah.
And I felt like they wanted it to be a bigger reveal than it was. But it was still, like, the thing is, it was well done, but it was, like, not... It's, like, hard-hitting and, like, whoa, like, this is so poignant. But it was really well done. Like, visually, I really liked it.
I definitely want to go back and rewatch this movie and kind of assess that, because I feel like I could be. I don't think I am, but I could be giving it more credit because we recently watched Altered Carbon, and there were some reveals thrown in there that's like, you guys think this is way more important and cool than it actually is. And this film was a lot... Everything is more toned down. Like, this is... Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, we've gotten this kind of movie enough.
Yeah.
Where... And I'm not saying that like the story has been told, because the story hasn't been told. We've gotten this kind of format, this like, you know, you have like your high fantasy. This is like our high sci-fi, you know.
Oh yeah.
You have like, we got like our high sci-fi kind of story where I know going into the movie that I just need to pay attention to super mundane details. So I don't feel like I need to rewatch it, because like going in. Like, because I don't want to have to watch it twice. Yeah, like I don't want to have to watch it twice.
No, I totally get. I don't feel like I need to. I mean, as I said, I don't feel like I need to just to reevaluate that. I want to, because I love this movie and I want to see it again.
But like with that being said, there's only one bit of the movie that didn't make sense to me, and this one isn't a spoiler, because this is like right when they go into the Shimmer.
Yeah.
Is after their first night in the Shimmer.
Yeah.
When they wake up and they're like, we've been here like 4 days. Or not even like we've been here one day on the inside and it's like 4 days on the outside.
Yeah.
It's that they have actually been in the Shimmer for 4 days.
They know how to count it.
Yeah, they know how to count it because of their food.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just don't know why.
And the fact that wasn't reflected as much later in the film.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe one part, and that's when we cut back and she was crying. But it wasn't said, like, she didn't like look at her watch before the cut and then comes back and it's like time has changed or whatever. So that's me reading into it.
Yeah. So
I'm saying if that happened, it was one more time, but we don't have an idea of when that is.
Yeah, or maybe there's some weird, dude. I don't know. That's the thing. Now you got me thinking. Maybe there is something. Maybe there is like some weird thing that we missed.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there were a couple scenes where I was like, I don't know if they're just trying to like have this scene be like really poignant. Like where she's sitting on the couch, and just looks over, and it's like a 4-second long scene.
Yeah,
like,
I do love the book she was reading though. Like that fit her character very well.
Yeah, it's just like, so maybe there were.
Yeah,
I really like the movie. I'm just
absolutely adored the film.
Best movie this year so far.
We didn't say what it's about, and it's because it's difficult to say what it's about.
It's hard to say.
I do think IMDb nailed it. A bunch of scientists go into an area where the laws of nature and science and time and physics as we understand them do not apply in the same way. Mm-hmm. And that is spot on.
Yeah.
And I think if you understand that this is not an action film, this is not a... It's
a thinking man's sci-fi.
Well, it veers closer to, like, as you said, things like Arrival, Ex Machina. The one that I would actually say it comes closer, definitely not the same, but closer. So, you have Ex Machina, Arrival, going to, like, experimental and science fiction. Ex Machina, Arrival, Blade Runner 2049's over there. Annihilation... And then a little bit further down is this Under the Skin, the one with Scarlett Johansson. Mm-hmm. I feel like this is closer to those movies than it is Ex Machina and Arrival. Not closer, but it's not the same. Yeah.
You can figure out pretty... I feel like with this movie, you can figure out pretty early on what's going on in the Shimmer, but not like why it's going on.
Yes.
And that question,
that question leaves it up to you.
It's hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell. Like that is what I liked about the movie is I actually really liked the ending.
Oh God, I loved it.
I really liked the ending.
Like the climax and then the ending itself.
Yeah, the actual ending.
Oh yeah,
I really liked.
Oh, that perfect. Ended perfectly. I love the music to this.
I kind of like that they reused the same like guitar kind of deal.
I thought that was Henry Gregerson Williams, actually.
Yeah.
But
I just liked how it sounded.
Yeah.
And they played it a bunch, and it was like.
And the music itself was very reminiscent of Johan Johansson's work in Arrival, and I forgot the lady's name, the one who did Under the Skin as well. Like that, the music, is perfect.
But I would say compared to, like, Arrival, it's a very quiet movie.
It is. I love quiet, thoughtful science fiction movies, and this is another thoughtful, quiet science fiction movie, and I loved it. I mean, by this point, you should be able to figure out whether or not this movie is for you. If you like what we're saying, go see it. If you don't, or if this sounds really pretentious to you, the movie's not going to change that.
Here's the thing. It is pretentious.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is like it is not as bad as the last half of Altered Carbon where it felt super ham-fisted. Yeah, but it does take just one theme and just dangle it in front of you for, just under 2 hours.
Yeah. It is very focused on what it wants to talk about. And that's fine. I actually appreciate that to a large extent.
It's done well, but it is what it is. Like it's not for everybody, and it's not like, oh, you're not a smart guy if you don't like this movie, because you can figure out what's going on in the first 20 minutes of the movie. You're just having the carrot of like why it's happening dangled in front of you. Because the actual themes of the movie really easy to get. I don't think the themes in this movie are nearly as poignant as Ex Machina or like Arrival, which are the two like big ones.
I do think though that depends on what you carry into the movie.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what the mystery was.
Yeah.
You know?
Whereas I, on the other hand, and again, neither of us are right or neither of us are wrong on this, but I, on the other hand, I loved that experience and I loved marinating in it.
Well, yeah, but I thought the best like display of that were those back-to-back scenes, the like really bad scene and then like the really good scene.
Yes.
That was like the best part. That part for me was probably better than like the climax for me, because the climax for me was
I did love
like was pretty cool. There's one part of it I don't like, but I can't even really talk about it.
Yeah, well, obviously.
There was one part that I felt was a bit like, I don't know. I felt it was a bit circle jerky.
Okay, now I kind of get what you mean by that.
But overall, it was pretty good, and it's a long one too. It's not like the climax. I will give the scene leading up to it as like. I will go from the scene with a character,
yeah,
and then all the way up until basically we cut back to now, because I mean we have the non-linear storytelling, which is like that's probably like 10, 15 minutes. I would consider that whole thing the climax. And of that, there's only one part of it I didn't really like. Yeah. And then other than that, just like one or two scenes that I will say right now coming out of it felt like they shouldn't have been there, but maybe upon rewatching I'll be like read a little deeper into it. But I felt like I paid pretty good attention to the movie, so I was like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe someone has some insight.
I just want to give.
You got insight.
Yeah,
you seen it. You got insight. Comments.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to see it again because I love this movie and I want to give it more money. And okay, this is a more technical thing, but you need to be aware of it. This movie's the look of the film and the use of special effects demand that you see this on the best screen with a really good bulb in the projector, because we had an okay screen with an okay projector, and my eyes had a hard time adjusting to it.
I feel
and
like
it wasn't the film's fault.
I feel like there were a couple times where I like couldn't focus. I felt like I was like, I had my eyes really wide open.
Yeah, I took off my glasses a couple times trying to like fix it.
I couldn't tell if I was focusing or not.
I really think it was the cinema. I do not think it was the movie at all, because the cinema, I mean, beforehand there's weird audio things with the cinema, and
sometimes you watch the trailers and you're like, is this movie going to be really, really quiet?
Yeah,
because they play the trailers,
like the hurricane heist, and the whole time it's like, there's a hurricane. There's a hurricane. It's like on any other screen it would be like, there's a hurricane heist.
Which, by the way, that's the first trailer I've ever seen for that movie, and it looks faker than The Commuter.
I mean,
it looks like it has like Sharknado font.
It does. I'm like, wow.
Go see the hurricane heist.
See this movie if it sounds appealing
to you.
Go see this
so you can see the trailer for the hurricane heist.
Oh, man.
I liked it. I felt like Natalie Portman and Jennifer Jason Leigh and, I don't know, the physicist girl.
Oh, Tessa Thompson
were like all pretty dope.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Tessa Thompson just like continually knocking it out of the park with everything she does. Yeah. So I guess she's just perfect and will be my wife someday. Until then, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/glassfilmshouse, facebook.com/glassesfilms, and Twitter @glasshousefilms. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below what you thought, and we will see you next week for a movie that we do not know what it is.
But go see this one.
Yeah, do go see this one. Bye!